pre-shot routine, and we have not even pulled a club out of our bag, guys. We haven't even pulled a club out of our bag. We're talking about the plan. We have to have a plan, okay? So no reaching for that club. First, we got to walk up to the ball without a club, okay? Everyone pulls the club. I'm 150. I'm grabbing my 150 club. That doesn't mean anything, guys. 150 doesn't mean anything. First, you have to assess your lie. What kind of contact can you put on the ball? Is the ball below my feet, above my feet, uphill, downhill, in the rough, wet, sitting down, in a divot, front of the divot, back of the divot? All these things are going to influence all kinds of elements of your swing. I mean, we're going to talk about all those things in time. We're not going to cram all that into one video. We're just talking about the plan. There's plenty to talk about the plan. I got some notes here on the floor. If you see me look down, there's 5 things that just go into the plan, okay? So the first thing is assessing the variables, okay? Now we're talking about the elements of risk and reward. Most people, you guys are probably not thinking that every shot contains an element of risk and reward. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But the truth is that even when you're just laying up, I'm laying up, I'm wedging out, just chipping a little wedge out of the woods, there's still an element of risk and reward there. Obviously there was, because you chose that direction to pitch out. Maybe there was a tree in your way. The closer you moved to that tree, the riskier it was. Maybe you didn't go with the low 7-iron under the branch, you just wedged it out sideways. You didn't go for the par 5 and 2, you laid it up. Those are obvious situations, but what you don't consider is when you're aiming at the middle of the green, there is elements of risk and reward, and this is based on your shot dispersion, okay? So the better player, your dispersion, a little circle around, say, a perfect shot's in the middle, and all your miss hits, if you plot that like a graph, well, it's going to consume a general area, okay? You want to take that area for each club, understand what it is, go hit 10 balls with each club, and kind of plot your graph, get a good picture of that in your mind, and then apply that to the target. Put the target in the center, and then plot that area around it, and see where all your misses might end up, okay? Now, it would be really great to put in your personal tendencies and factor that in, like if you know you miss the short right miss more often than the long left miss, well, then you know maybe there's less risk, and maybe you really have a good understanding of how that applies to your swing, and you can kind of avoid the long left, so then you can move your target a little closer to the hole in that situation, knowing it will probably either be good or miss short right. Okay, but these are the kinds of things that you want to start talking about, okay? Now, this is all dependent upon our skill level. So, for a golfer, say a 20 handicap, your dispersion is going to be much bigger than a 0 handicap. That's one of the reasons why you're not shooting the same scores. So what does this might mean? Well, this might mean that your target is not even at the green. You got to understand, for a 20 handicap, if you're making bogey on the #1 handicap hole, you're doing great. So what does that mean? Let's create a situation. Well, say the pin's back right, you have a big Seth Rayner, massive 10-foot face bunker guarding the pin. You don't want to be in that bunker. You don't have the sand game to get up and over that. You could take 3 strokes in that bunker and make triple bogey like that. Got to take the big numbers off the card. Breaking 190, 80 is all about eliminating your 6, 7, 8, 9s. Sometimes bogey's a great score. What you're going to do is you're going to shoot a number, front left part of the green, take your dispersion, make sure that that is out of the zone of the bunker. There's no way you're going to hit in the bunker. Even if you're 50, 60 yards from the pin short left, it's just fairway and rough over there. It's a simple, straightforward pitch or chip. You have all the green to work with, and you know you have the wedge game to pull off that shot because you've been practicing that one. But you've never seen a bunker that big before. You know you just can't put the ball there. Well, now you have a chance at par, which would be amazing for you on that hole, and you're probably guaranteeing the bogey. So just in doing that, guys, that could be the difference for you. If you're a golfer that's been struggling to break 100 and you're looking to take 7 shots off your score in your next round, this could be how you do it, by planning your shots better. So now, as I kind of alluded to, this is what you're going to strive towards in your swing goals, okay? you want to eventually arrive at a place where you have some go-to shots. So, for example, if you're able to move the ball, if say when you curve the ball right to left, it only misses left. Well, now you know if you have a hazard on the right, you can play that right to left shot knowing that you're either going to hit a great shot or there's no way it's going to miss right in the bunker. Sometimes the opposite might be true. You miss your right to left shots right, typically, so you might want to go with the left to right shot or maybe your stock straight swing. So maybe when you flight the ball low, you play a little back in your stance. That's one way you can guarantee you won't make a thin miss. So maybe if you have a sand wedge and there's a hazard over the green, maybe a steep drop off or something, you can just put that ball back in your stance, lean your weight a little forward. You know you're catching turf, and you're not going to thin that wedge over the green. So that's kind of where you want to ultimately get your swing, and then you can really start eliminating some big time mistakes. So consider all the strategic elements that we talked about, and then kind of go deep in your swing. And this is where it really will help to work with a great coach, one-on-one, to really start refining some of these things that can be personal to you. Sometimes you do have to make some changes to get yourself to a point where you can incorporate some techniques like that. But anyway, when you get to that level, I know you're going to be breaking 100. And you're probably going to be wondering, how can we shoot par better? And that's a great way to enjoy the game. All right, guys, I hope this helps. Please leave some comments below about how this is helping you. What kind of plans are you coming up with? Okay, what kind of variables are you assessing? What are you missing? Send me some messages. Say, like Miles, like I'm thinking, I need to be looking at this, and this. Like, what am I missing here? It's a little different for everybody. So message me and I'll get back to you and we'll talk. And leave some comments below about what you're doing so other people can see and we can share. Let's make it a little bit like a forum, It's not one size fits all, but all people need to consider this. All right, guys, hope this helps. Play great this week, and we'll talk to you later.